Hey everyone, Daryl here. We're here today in Lake Orion, Michigan, Orion Township specifically, at the Pink Creek Trail, which is a recreational area next to the Bald Mountain Recreation Area, or near the Bald Mountain Recreation Area. And this is an abandoned railroad right-of-way that's actually a bike trail now that goes from Lake Orion to Rochester. And it's just beautiful country out here, very scenic and quiet. A lot of houses back over there. We're only a couple miles from downtown Lake Orion and 7 miles from Rochester, so it's not like we're out in the wilderness or anything. But we're here having a quick look around. The abandoned right-of-way trail is right here where this path is, and you see a steady stream of bicyclers going by from most days. It's like about a 9 or 10 mile trail from Rochester, downtown Rochester, to downtown Lake Orion, and it takes you over a lot of bridges and along the scenic path of the Pink Creek River, or I guess we just call it Pink Creek, right? That river would be kind of redundant, but it's quite lovely out here, and it has a very historic area. This neighborhood used to be known, or this little community used to be known as Carpenter, or later Rudd's Mill, and there's a historical mark up here we'll check out. Settled by white people in 1825. The waters of this creek powered machines to cut logs and lumber and to grind your wheat into flour. In 1835, Mr. Carpenter bought the mill and built a complex of 3 houses, a blacksmith shop, general store, cooper shop, mill, and a school. In 1865, it was purchased by Robert Rudd and became Rudd's Mill. Farmers from a big area brought their wheat and mill to the mill for grinding. Operation ceased after the buildings was demolished in 1926. The dam remained until 1946, when it was washed out in a storm. This railroad bridge dates to 1924. And we're going to go to a walk. There's also a long history here of Native American settlement by the river, and an early Oakland County history book reports of a Native American village just up the trail here on the right, I believe. And there's been several Native American grave sites located in the area as well. But we're walking across the railroad bridge right now. And let's see, you can see the cement footing works in that for it going down here like a step almost. And there's a beautiful little creek flowing down there, the Pink Creek. You get a better view of that. Just a lovely area. You can see it right down there, along with some stones and debris in the river. I don't believe it's navigable at all. You see with all this different stones and debris in it, and it's really shallow in spots. I've never seen any canoeists or kayakers in it, but that doesn't mean it's not a possibility. I just don't know about it. Let's see what else we got here. We have a stairway walking down to get access closer to the river. A family down there hanging out by the water. And the actual dam was a little bit further upstream from here. I don't know if you can actually see it. Not in the wintertime, it's easier to see it without all this foliage in the way. But yeah, we're gonna have a hard time seeing the footings and what's left of the dam over there. It's just a lovely area, nice little nature trail. It does have a little bit of a dark history. In 1963, a body was discovered down here at the foot of the railroad bridge. Young lady, a 15-year-old from, I believe she was up by Flushing area of Michigan, walked away from a juvenile detention center in Lansing and was seen in Woodward Avenue area of Royal Oak, and then a day or two later her body was found washed up here underneath the railroad bridge, and she'd been strangled, I believe. I don't remember a lot of the details of the case, but I certainly wasn't even old enough to remember it from back then, but I do remember reading about it, when I was looking up some information about this place. No one was ever arrested for the murder, and there was some rumors about a local relative of a prominent state politician being involved in it, but nothing ever came of it, and the story is long kind of like faded into memory. And we just wanted to take this little opportunity to remember Rudd's Mill and Carpenter Station and young Connie Crossland, who met her fate here, along with this lovely area here that you could come and bicycle and ride horses on and enjoy nature close to the city. Alright, before we drive away, I just wanted to mention I checked out that sign over there for the Paint Creek Trail, and it says this was actually the very first rail-to-trail location in Michigan. The rail line was part of the New York Central line, which ran from Detroit to Rochester, and then on an angle up toward Lake Orion. From Lake Orion it turned north, following the route of M24 now through Oxford, Metamora, and Lapeer, before heading northwest through Columbiaville, I believe Vassar, and ended up in Bay City. I remember trains going up that track up until probably the early 80s. Very few trains by then, but I do remember that. If anybody has more details, information, or stories to share about Paint Creek Trail, Rudd's Mill, or the New York Central Railroad through here, please leave a comment below. Spot I wanted to show you, just on the other side of the car bridge, over the road bridge, there's this wet area here. You see it's always wet. This used to be a flowing well. Well, it probably still is, but in the side of the hill right here, there was a pipe sticking out, and people would park right along this little wide spot here and fill up jugs of water to take home and drink and use. And a few years back, the county came and removed the pipe. They said the water wasn't tested as safe for drinking, but I always thought it was more of a safety hazard for people parking along here, why they took the pipe out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.